So we're gonna be doing a review of the previous trade we took on USDJPY, and let's see how it played out. And you all can see this. It played out perfectly well. In my last two YouTube videos, this was one of the first one we took there, and it played out. I dropped this this before the market even got to the entry level, right? I dropped it. This was the second one which I also dropped. You can see how it played out so perfectly well. Alright. So let's look at what we have here. And you can see these two trades, they both did 100 pips to the upside. This one did even over 100 pips. Wow, our target was 100 pips, which we definitely closed at 100 pips. And this was the second one, right? The same target, 100 pips. We risked 20 pips to make 100 pips. That's 1:5 risk reward ratio. So that's it for this. Guys. So let's look at what's happening currently in the market. Let's look at where the market is headed to next. Alright. So we're gonna clean up this. Let me clean up this and let's look at what's happening. Alright. So looking at this, you can simply see that this market is still bullish. It is still very, very bullish. Alright. You can see what I have here. Perfectly maintaining the trend to the upside. So we are only gonna be looking at buys, not sells. Alright. So we are focusing only on buys for USDJPY since the market is still bullish. No sells. We can only go bearish if we get a break below this. If we get a break below this trend and a break below this, a perfect break below this previous low here, right? If we get a break below this trend and a perfect break below this previous low, we are going bearish. So, and as you all can see here, remember we usually get our entry on the most recent order block level, right? After a break of the previous high, which you can see what we have here. You can see how this market broke above this previous high. Let me just go full screen mode. Okay, so you can see how this market broke above this previous high, right? It broke above this previous high, and even all these other highs here, which is perfect. That shows that there's a bullish momentum. Buyers are still in this market, right? So, and you can see we have this perfect retracement to the downside, which also respecting this trend line. And now we are going to be looking at buys. And just like I told you, I buy in what I view as an order block, what I call an order block, right? And which is this, the previous blue candle for the support. The previous blue candle must be bigger than the previous red candle, right? And you can see we have similar stuff, and it must be recent. So you can see we have something like that here, coupled with the break of this previous high that we have here, right? You can see how this market broke above this previous high. You can see it broke above this previous high. So now what we are looking at, we are expecting this market to close bullish, or at least the body of this blue candle should be bigger than the body of the red candle, right? So, and once this 4 hours candle closes, we're gonna be looking for entry just at the middle of this. We're gonna be looking for entry at the middle of this bear candle. We can also take it at the body, but I usually take my entries at the middle. Alright, just in order to maintain my risk. So because I usually risk 20 to 20 pips, but sometimes 21 to 22 pips just because of spread. Alright, so we're gonna be aiming for 1 is to 5, which is around this previous high. You can see somewhere here. I'm gonna be aiming to for 1 is to 5, just 100 pips target, nothing big, nothing much. So we're aiming for 100 pips target, right? So that's it for this trade. So we are now waiting to see if this bear candle is gonna close, this bullish candle is gonna close bigger than this bear candle, right? If it does, we'll expect a pullback to this level, then we'll get the price. So this is what we're expecting for USDJPY. Alright, so let's look at gold and see what we have there. So for gold, I'm still bullish on gold, just like I said in our previous video. I also did analysis on gold when gold was trading right around here. It was here, right? I was saying that I was expecting a pullback to this level, which it did, and then a push to the upside, which you can see happened. And I took this trade, I took the USDJPY trade, and I took the gold trade, right? I called this trade live, and I took them. These are the screenshot of the trades you can see for the USDJPY and for the gold, alright? So that's it. So let's look at what's happening currently on gold. Let's see what's happening currently on gold. Overall, I'm still bullish. I keep saying that because of this pumping and all that stuff. Gold is a safe haven, and gold is gonna be bullish. Gonna be strongly bullish. So if we go back, switch to 3 hours time frame. I use 3 hours time frame for analysis on gold. So you can see what we have here. We have this key level, which I highlighted here, and overall, gold is still maintaining this key level. It's not even trying to break, go below it. It's still struggling to break below it, right? So I'm still bullish on this trade. So what am I expecting? Since I'm still bullish, right? I'm expecting a possible break above this previous most recent high. If we see a break above this most recent high, we're gonna be expecting maybe a pullback to this mini order block level. I call this mini order block for entry, right? For the market to continue to the upside. But if that's not the case, for us to sell this trade, we'll be looking for a break below this lower low here. This lower low, you can see what we have here. So we'll be looking for a break below this lower low, this major low here. If we get a break below this major low and a close below it, that's the market breaks and closes below it, then we're gonna look for sales at a retracement back to a possible order block level. That's back to the most recent order block level. So something like this. Alright. But I'm gonna keep you updated on this. So for now, this what I'm looking at on gold. I'm bullish on gold, expecting more buys to the upside. And for USDJPY, just like I said, I'm bullish. Alright. And I told you the main reason why I'm gonna go bearish. If we get a break below this trend and a break below this most recent low, I can go bearish. We can look for sales for this USDJPY. But apart from that, we are still bullish because the market is still respecting the structure to the upside. So that's it, guys. Ensure you subscribe and see you on the next one.